Hello, welcome to the Speak Fluent English channel, your hub for mastering English, advancing your career, and advancing your personal life prospects. My name is Carol, and I have been teaching English online since the year 2010, and I am here to help you speak more confidently and more fluently in English. So, if you want to improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your grammar, your business communication, or your general communication in English, you are in the right place. So, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get on with today's video. Hello and welcome to the video. Today's video is the beginner's guide on how to write professional emails in English. In this video, you will learn how to master the right tone, language, and structure of a business email. And this video is suitable for people who are the beginner level in English. This is a beginner level English video. Okay, so let's begin. So why does writing good emails matter? Well, first impressions count. So it's very important to create that good impression with your business clients and business colleagues and business associates. It also shows professionalism. And very importantly, it builds trust with clients and colleagues. Okay, so let's get into it. What's the first thing we need to do? Well, start with the right greeting. So there are a couple of different greetings we can use. So let's have a look at some of them. The first one is the most formal greeting, and that's dear. So dear followed by the person's title, which might be Mr., Miss, or Mrs., and then their surname or family name. So our example here is Dear Mr. Smith. It's good to use this greeting with people who are in a more senior position to you and people that you're contacting for the first time and people that you have some contact with in business, but you don't know them very well. It's best to, if you're in doubt, it's best to keep it formal. If you do want to be slightly less formal, you can use the greeting hello, followed by the person's title and surname. So our example here is hello, Mrs. Jones. Again, when you've had some business contact with this person, you might start using first names. At this point, again, you can be a bit less formal again and use the first name and say hello, Peter, or hello, Mary, for example. And then maybe for a colleague that you know quite well or somebody you've been doing business with for quite some time, it might then be okay to be a bit informal. So you can then use the greeting hi with the first name. So our example here, hi Susan, or maybe hi Peter. The greetings to avoid are things like, hey, yo, what's up? And also emojis. So, although it's absolutely fine to use these greetings with family and friends, it's not suitable in a business context. And also, emojis again, fine with family and friends, but it's not professional to use an emoji in any part of the email. So not only the greeting, but avoid using emojis completely with business emails. So next, let's have a look at some useful business phrases. So our first example here is I'm writing to inform you. Another useful phrase might be, could you please? Another useful phrase you might use in a business email is please find attached. Or you might want to say, I'm writing to confirm. And then when we get to close an email, one example you can use is please let me know if you have any questions. So let's have a look at these useful business phrases a bit more closely, and let's have a look at some examples in context to help you get a better understanding. So our first one, I'm writing to inform you. So maybe you might need to write an email and say, I'm writing to inform you that unfortunately I'm unable to attend the conference next week. Or perhaps I'm writing to inform you about a change in the terms and conditions. Or maybe I'm writing to inform you that we will be increasing the price of our service from next month. So our next useful phrase was, could you please? So maybe you want a business client or colleague to give you a call on the telephone. So you might write an email that says, could you please call me as soon as you can on, and give your number. In this example, it's 0202 123 4567. Or maybe you might write to a colleague and say, could you please let me know if you need any more information? Or another contact for a colleague might be, could you please give me last month's sales figures? Okay, so our next useful business phrase is please find attached. So maybe a customer has asked for an invoice, so you might write them an email and say, please find attached your invoice for this month. Maybe if you want to apply for a job within a company, you might write an email and you might say, please find attached my CV or resume. Or maybe you might write to a colleague or associate and say, please find attached the report you requested. So your colleague or your business client, they requested a report, and that's how you would reply to them. Please find attached the report you requested. And always remember to attach the item. So always remember to attach the invoice, attach the report. Sounds silly, but sometimes people forget. Okay, so our next phrase is I'm writing to confirm. So I'm writing to confirm that I can attend the meeting scheduled for Friday, the 5th of January at 9 a.m. I'm writing to confirm that we wish to offer you the position of HR assistant at company. So maybe in this context, you are the HR manager and you've just interviewed a candidate for the HR assistant position at your company. And this is how you would write to them, giving them the good news. Or the other context here in our example is perhaps you spoke on the telephone to a business associate from whom you are purchasing a service, and you told them on the telephone that you wanted to upgrade the service. After the call, you might just write them an email to say, I'm writing to confirm that we wish to upgrade to your premium service as discussed on the telephone this morning. So we also need some useful phrases for closing an email. So here's one we can use. Please let me know if you have any questions. I hope this information is useful. Maybe thank you for your assistance with this matter. So, in this context, you've asked maybe a colleague for some help with something or assistance, and then you want to thank them for helping. So, you would say, thank you for your assistance with this matter. That's quite formal. If you want to make it a bit less formal, you might say, thank you for your help. And another useful phrase for closing an email. I look forward to meeting you. So perhaps you have been writing emails or speaking on the telephone to a colleague or a business associate, but you've arranged a meeting. So you might close this email by saying, I look forward to meeting you. Okay, so after we've written the main body of the email, we need to finish it professionally. So here are some phrases you can use to professionally finish your email. So our first one is kind regards or best regards. When you're on a bit of more of an informal level with your colleague or your associate, you can be a bit more informal and just write thanks or best. But again, as I said before, if you're in any doubt, keep it formal. Okay. And the things to avoid are things like bye, cheers, see ya. Absolutely fine for friends and family, but not very professional for a business email. Okay, so I think now we'll have a look at an example email. So let's review what we've talked about. So the first thing is the subject. So we haven't spoken about that previously, but it's important to write a good subject. So here in this example, confirming our meeting on Friday. So the subject is exactly what the email is about. So here is our formal greeting. Dear Mr. Lee, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to confirm our meeting scheduled for Friday Friday at 10 a.m. Please let me know if this time is still convenient for you. Kind regards, Sarah Johnson. So you might notice this email is very short, it's very to the point, there's no unnecessary information in there. So this is an example of what creates a very good professional email in a business environment. So let's have a quick recap of what we've talked about today. So first of all, it's always important to use a clear subject line, exactly what your email is about. Greet the person properly. So as I said before, if you're in doubt, stick with the formal greeting. But it's usually acceptable once you've spoken to somebody for a little bit of time to be a bit more informal. Always be polite and to the point. So no unnecessary words, phrases, or sentences in your email. Just write exactly the information that's needed and use a professional sign off. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today, ladies and gentlemen. So please like, comment and share this video with your friends who are also learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for some more English language tutorials. If you want to book a one-to-one private online English lesson with me, you can if you visit my website, www.speakfluentenglish.co.uk. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, keep practicing your English. Goodbye for today.